Filthy Guap.
Big Mill, Dahoodpostman. Scott 13, what up?
It's a jungle in the ghetto, so you better beware. It ain't nothing but gorillas, iron tigers, the best. Pro mags, Zazas, killing for tourists. Step foot up in this jungle, leave out in the hearse. Codons, Percocet, city girls, yes, sex, all eyes, no doubts, full of shells, candle wax, candle lit, Brody hit, guy shot, he shot back. Guess he knew it was real when he died, he ain't come back. Round here, snakes, we ain't gorilla, man, no being. Bro was facing 10, gave him up, now he back to win, man, it's every day on the floor, no other way in the ghetto.
Man, we back.
Yeah, a little bit more history. The associates would have been like what Raymond Washington was. You know what I'm saying? And the Byron boys would have been like what Craig Monson was, the Avenues. You see what I'm saying? And what happened was it spread it like wildfire. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even now, in that war with the 6 O's, that was the bloodiest war in Vegas history, the Gersons in the 60s. And it only ended because the federal government came, I think in 2003, and they swooped up all the 6 O's, all the top ones. But the 60s had hitters. They was knocking us down out here. We had the numbers, but they was doing theirs. They was hitting us, and they was getting away with it. They was rocking vests.
Were they influenced by the 60s out of L.A.?
Of course, Mad Dog and Acorn. Mad Dog and Acorn came out here from Cali and started 6-0. That's what put 6-0 down. 6-0 originated on 40 block. It didn't originate in Crip City. It originated on 40 block. Mad Dog. I was in Elko.
That's
with Mad
history.
Dog. Yeah, the big light-skinned, abrupt, big dude from Cali. I was in Elko with him, and I was in the penitentiary with Acorn. You feel me? They came out here and turned the CCGs into rolling 60s. You feel me? But they originated on 40 block.
This being a gangster town, being formulated by the Mafia, you think that had a lot of influence on you guys as well?
Well, it kept us relevant, but we wasn't. People look at Vegas. We from the ghettos. We weren't really allowed on the strip. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
They didn't allow us on the strip. They was on our helmets. You know what I'm saying? Like the Gersons or the Donalds or something like that. We couldn't go down there. They weren't playing. One thing about Vegas, you're not finna mess with their money. You feel me? So you're not finna go downtown. Like when the Rodney King thing happened, we tore up everything, but we couldn't penetrate downtown. They shut downtown off. We didn't do nothing on the strip. We didn't do nothing to interrupt their money flow. That's what you're not finna do out here. So even though I'm from Vegas, the land of the casinos and all that, don't get it twisted. They don't consider us a part of Vegas. They don't, for real. There's a dark side up over here, homie, and it's bloody. Like I said, that war with us in the 60s, so many people lost their lives, man. And the only reason why is they let that happen. They let us just knock each other down to the point to where they had to march. A deacon got his head blown off in that war. The Black Panthers and all the other people, they started marching, doing unity marches to stop the violence, and then the feds invested, and they ain't no 6-0. This the cold part about it. Ain't no 6-0 in state prison for killing a Gerson in that way. The dudes been out here. He got out with calling it something, and I'm gonna let them tell that, because I don't want to ruffle no feathers. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. So did you meet Kid Rock yourself?
Well, me and Brad got into it with him. Light-skinned, he was kind of light-skinned dude. I heard him fight. You know what I'm saying? But he was the one pushing the line. Really out here. You know what I'm saying? And we got into it with him. Some dude named Big J Dog. You know what I'm saying? There's a few of them. You know what I'm saying? They came out here and they didn't like the fact that the 6 O's out here was doing something they weren't supposed to do. And that's the reason why, and this is how you know I'm not lying. That's the reason why the 6 O's in California told the 60s out here, they got to come out there to the motherland and get quoted back home. They had to go out there and get put on behind that violation.
You think they do it?
They did it. They went out there and got whatever they got coming to them.
Is that you think that should be across the board with some of these, especially if you look at some of what goes on in a lot of these other states? Because some of the biggest crip holes are in California, Texas, Oklahoma, and also Missouri. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of times that I don't know how they identify or how it's not applied in a way. Well, even in California, it's really not applied right in this day and time.
Well, that's the same thing with anything, with Nazism. It's not the same. That's why they call it neo-Nazi. It's not the same thing as it was in Hitler's time. So if Crippin went to Mississippi, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be Crippin, but it's gonna be Crippin under a Mississippi culture.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So one thing about Crippin, when it's absorbed into a community, whether it's Atlanta, New York, or whatever, it's absorbed into the community under that community's culture. Like blood, if you go to New Jersey, they go, what's popping? Fire popping, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They peace blood. They throw Islam into blood. You know what I'm saying? They put Islam in it and all that, but that's their culture out there.
That's the same thing Jeff Ford did with the
exactly, rookies.
Yes.
Yes, that's when they were Black Peace Stone Rangers.
Right.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But you know, it is what it is, man. But I think with that much power that we have, you know, and brothers like Jeff Ford, Larry Hoover, King Chody, you know, Angelo Roberts, and all them brothers up out of Chicago, man. You know, Don Dirk, all them brothers, man.
So were you guys influenced by the Chicago guys with the 5 stars and the forks and stuff?
Not at all.
No?
Not at all.
Where do you think it come from?
What?
Because you showed me the stars.
Oh, no. The stars symbolize rank.
Uh-huh.
That symbolize rank.
Okay.
It has no
So like a military.
Yeah. So if
you're a general.
Yeah, I'm beyond the general. I'm beyond the general, man. I'm a president. I'm
Okay.
beyond the general, man. I'm a commander-in-chief, ex-commander-in-chief. You have to understand I'm the son of the founder.
Right.
I'm the prince. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
No, I just was trying to understand it.
No, but it has the crown symbolize king's men.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And the stars symbolize our rank. Like if you're a whack, you're a 3-star. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a whack. That's a different generation. You know, anything like you're a king's man, if you're a spade, or if you're anything like that, you're a 5-star.
So I'm glad you're clearing that up, because sometimes people misinterpret the symbols, but if we're getting them from the man himself, we can't go wrong there.
Yeah, we own that, like the pitchforks and all that. You know, we know, like a lot of Chicago dudes come out here and they mistake us for vice lords because they see a 5-star crown on us or something like that, and they see these crowns, they think they're like, man, y'all peoples. Like, I don't know what that mean, homie. Then they look at my neck, they see LP. But they look at it, I don't know how, they think it stands for Vice Lord, you know what I'm saying? But it's LP, you feel me? So I had to explain a lot of them cats. They were like, damn, Joe, I thought you, man, you've been to Chicago.
Yeah, that's where that joke come from.
They be like, man,
that joke went off from Chicago all the way to Washington, D.C. Joe.
Yeah, but you know, to be real with y'all, man, we have to come up with a platform. We have to come up with a platform, curriculum, man, for real, and stop these little babies, these kids. Everybody always talking about the kids. You know what I'm saying? Martin love the kids. You know what I'm saying? We have to get at ourselves first.
Nail guns over handguns. Let's take the handguns out the hand and put nail guns. Let's start building our communities.
Well, people will say, well, how do you do that? And we do that by confronting ourselves as individuals of what we did.
The man in the mirror.
The man in the mirror. And we have to either come to terms, which is forgiving yourself for what you did, or you're gonna remain in limbo. But at the same time, you gotta ask yourself, man, if this is what you want for your legacy, your lineage, and you want your child to grow up and repeat the same thing you do, is it gonna be recidivism? Or are you gonna get out there and push the line the same way you pushed it when you was going against your so-called enemy?
How important is these videos we do?
Oh man, they're very important. Let me step back. There are your the reason why I like yours. I love the diversity in it. I listen very intently. A lot of these videos, I can tell when dudes putting 2s on 10s and big 6s, and I can tell when people are really for the solution. We're not trying to just antagonize the problem. And what I love about your platform is that you make people think it ain't always about the penitentiary, how many homies you kill, how many bodies you got, or even always about the handguns. Sometimes it's about Roe versus Wade. Or I'm pretty sure you're gonna do one on this boy getting found guilty for killing Nipsey.
Yes.
So, current events, things that really matter, things that get people, because what we need to start doing is agitating the mind. We can't settle in this mindset that this dude over here my enemy, I don't like him, I ain't gonna never like him, you know what I'm saying, I ain't getting this nigga money, nothing. We gotta get out that mentality and start investing in ourselves, man. And because when we think about it, it's gonna take us all the way back to chattel slavery, homie. When it's all said and done, all we got is us.
That's it, that's all.
And we have to believe in us and trust us. God bless us.
So to the kids, where we at with the kids, man?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna give it to you plain and simple. If you wanna wind up horizontal, stiff and stankin' somewhere, that's a choice. If you wanna wind up getting strip searched, bending over, coughing and squatting in front of another man to get on a train, that's a choice. If you wanna be at home studying in the books, trying to have a future and not worried about what other people say about you, that's also a choice. So you got choices right there, options. Pick one.
It's all learned behavior.
Yeah,
you can just like you learn to do bad, you can learn to do good.
Exactly.
Why they pick the latter though?
Well, because it's a trend. You know, it's a self-esteem thing. One thing about us, and it's due to, you know, how we watch television, how we be portrayed, how we see, you know, the elders treat women. You know, it's a self-esteem issue. We have self-esteem issues, ego issues, self-image issues in the black community. You know what I'm saying? We look at white people and see their success, don't think we can attain it because the odds are stacked against us. But if you allow yourself to believe that, then that's what it is. Believe it, trust and believe this, brother. The mind is the most powerful thing in the world. Believe that. The mind. Not all atomic bombs.
I think a lot of us is attached to status. Status in the sense, if I get a Mercedes or 20 chains around my neck, somehow I made it. No, you haven't made it. You projecting.
Exactly.
You're projecting something that's not really there. Because what's behind the appearance is always the reality.
Exactly. And one of the devil's favorite swords is called vanity. You see, everything that glitters ain't always gold, man.
So the aesthetics, man, get rid of that.
You gotta get rid of that. You gotta get rid of a lot of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta start believing in you, man. You had a power to will anything you want to. See, our ancestors believed they was one with the absolute consciousness that transcended all mental concepts. They believed in being one with the absolute meaning, with everything. They was in tune with the earth, with everything around them. To them, success was nothing. It was a part of their nature. That's how the pyramids got there, man. That's how they knew about astrology. That's how they knew about science and medicine. You know what I'm saying? And to this day, they still can't figure out how they put the pyramids up there.
You know, a lot of the symbols and signs we throw are coded into the hieroglyphics. A lot of things we think that's new is really, there's nothing new under the sun.
Well, you know,
because a lot of stuff that we do is encoded into our DNA.
Exactly. And you just said the right thing, your DNA. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about our deoxyribonucleic acid, that's what DNA stands for. The one thing about it, man, is you have a design in you, man. You are still connected with everything around you. All you have to do is will it into existence, man. Learn one thing Buddha taught me was to concentrate, focus. You know what I'm saying? Meditate.
Focus.
Meditate, clear your mind of them voices, clear your mind of that negativity. You know what I'm saying? Put that positive aura around you, because what you put out up in the atmosphere will come back to you.
Right.
You know? And he gave an example. He said he was standing at a riverbank, this Buddha speaking, and he said he picked up a pebble and he threw it in the riverbank. He said the first thing happened was a splash. Right? That's when the pebble impacted the water. And he said from the splash came ripples, and they went in every direction. And they got bigger and bigger as they came to the foot of the bank. He said that every ripple that came, it disappeared at the bank. He said, but that's not all what happened. He said they reappeared, those same ripples, and they went right back to the exact spot where that pebble hit that water.
Wow, that's deep.
You know what I mean? So you need to think about that when you get in the car with the homies. Remember, the original boys in the hood was the Klan. They used to get on their horses, mask up with their noose and their shotguns, and go hang a brother. Well, we get in our Chevys, mask up with a shotgun, and we go hang a brother.
So we perpetrating something that was already been done.
Yeah, see? We perpetrate something that was already been done.
Man, we're going to leave it right there, man. We're going to go ahead and lock the door, man.
Because I'm coming back, believe that.
That's it.
I'm the hood postman, always got motion, always keep motion. I'm the hood postman, 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 I'm the hood postman. On the dead homies, like Rennie Loken, yeah.
It's the cartel.
Always got motion. The hood post.